So I call this piece Mistaken. Women's magazines regularly procure lists of the things that modern-day ladies are expected to have in their arsenals. Sexy, lacy lingerie, just because. Sexy emergency power tools, just in case. Sexy, emotionally detached lovers, just around the corner. Sex sells? Well, that's a gross understatement. We live in a radically unprogressive era where scantily clad females peddle everything from fast food to furniture, consumers window shopping into heavy-lidded bedroom eyes that seem to know just what they want when they want it. These overt sexual undertones weave their way into our lives at every turn, from striptease workout classes to monthly Brazilian bikini waxes, the spa service du jour. These days, any housewife can work a pool, really. And yet, with sex almost inescapably buzzing about everywhere we go, women choose to embrace their sexiness. Openly, proudly, loudly, the real sticky sugar stuff, no saccharine substitution shit, are frequently ridiculed, left to feel like monkeys who should see and hear these acts of evil but never speak of it. I digress. As Carissa pointed out, I happen to manage communications for a condom manufacturer and talk shop on the regular. On an average day, I might discuss with my colleagues any combination of the following: condoms, cock rings, dental dams, handcuffs, vibrators, dildos, genitalia, and all it gloriously entails, masturbation, oral sex, anal sex, real orgasms, fake orgasms, and foreplay, to boot. I admittedly derive some pleasure in the shock value associated with my employment. Then again, I'm a woman outspoken, or so I think. Because of this, I've been slut-shamed and catcalled, eye-fucked and eye-rolled, teased and traumatized, and yet I remain. My manifesto is less about the plight of that spry single woman in the city, and more a kick in the ass of the antiquated notion that a lady never tells. Because what is it about us women who make no apologies that get people's panties in a bunch anyway? Misconception 1, sexually overt women crave attention. I'll be the first to admit that I'm apt to share select, juicy details of my sexcapades with my girlfriends, and why not? It makes for great brunch fodder. But before I can utter a word across my eggs Benedict, the iPhone doth cometh, and each savory detail is documented, Instagrammed, and placed permanently for the whole wide world web to see. We the people have become a population of oversharers, thriving on TMI and TMZ, and what our middle school best friend's vision is for her firstborn's bedroom. Once she meets her husband, has a baby, of course. With no lines of distinction set, everything becomes worthy of our attention. If you blink, it's gone. The infamous misconception number 2, we're all sluts. The sexually liberated are the supposed givers of uninhibited public oral sex. We are the stealers of boyfriends. We are the snakes that slither throughout the Garden of Eden, not to be trusted near open bars or open flies. Though I'm not tonight's confessional reader, I fully admit that my metamorphosis into a sexual being was less caterpillar to butterfly and more a bird whose nest had disintegrated before I was ready to fly. Slut, she called me, a female classmate notorious for intimidating even the most brazen of our junior class, the word that echoed off the technicolor-hued lockers and shook me to the core. My mistake, the right guy, the wrong time, caused a tailspin, turning me from a virtual unknown into a wanton woman overnight. It took years for me to shed the shame that cloaked like a wet blanket until I could appreciate the freedom that comes with answering to no one but myself. Misconception number 3, we're just trying to act like men. Men are expected to be unabashed and unapologetic in asking for what they want. Women apparently are from Venus. But we don't want to be your bros, boys. We just see that there's plenty of room in the sandbox for us to play too. My preference for profane language is strictly innate. Any comparison to the poignant speak of the gentler sex is pure coincidence. Misconception 4, we're fanatically obsessed with pop culture, specifically Sex and the City. Carrie, quite contrary. The comparisons to cultural icons never seem to stop. Though we might feel a sense of vicarious liberation through the likes of our favorite femme fatales, we must write our own storylines. Misconception 5, that we'll always have to battle misconceptions. The confidence that comes with knowing yourself, your thoughts, your voice, your body, your wants, requires a certain comfort while balancing on the fringe, strained from standing in the ground in a sea of shapeless conformity. There is an elegance in the refusal of labels, in the rejection of stereotypes, that can allow you to seek a route of straightforwardness if you choose to accept it. The path to sexual self-righteousness, I think, needn't be walked in loose high heels. Thank you very much.